Welcome to a day in the life of a full-time travel family. All right, today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are camped up at a little low-cost caravan park that has power and water for 20 bucks a night, so it's really cheap. We're going to use this opportunity to jump in and do some cleaning, some of those jobs that need to be done semi-regularly when you're living in a caravan, and it's just easier when you have access to power and water. So that's what we're doing today. It's a clean with me type video with a bit of a twist. Obviously, some things will be a little bit different because we do live in a caravan, but to give you a bit of an idea of what happens around here behind the scenes. It's not all glamorous, seeing lovely, locations and having adventures every single day. Sometimes you have to get the washing done and clean the bathroom and, all those sorts of fun things. First job, and this is the cupboard underneath our sink. So this is our sink here. I'm just going to empty the bin. Now, we usually do this every time we leave a campsite, and we're going to move tomorrow, so I'm going to do that today. But what I'm also going to do today is actually clean the bin out. So this is just a little pedal bin. It's a 10-litre rubbish bin from Bunnings, and it fits really well in underneath our sink. So we've got general rubbish here, and this is all of our soft plastics. So I'm going to package all of this up into a bag that can go to the red cycle, and next time we swing past a Coles or a Woolies, this will be in the car ready to go. So this is all of our soft plastics, general rubbish, and I'm going to go and clean the rubbish bin out so that it's not stinky. And just while I'm in here, I will pull out all of our cleaning stuff. So this is a little bit disorganized, so I will clean this up while I'm in here. But these are just little drawers, pull out drawers from Kmart, and we have a few of these dotted around the place. This is the one that we keep under the sink. It's just got all of our cleaning stuff in there, so we can just pull that out when things aren't falling in on top of it, and that's got all of our cleaning stuff, so I'll go ahead and grab that out while I'm here. All right, still in here under the sink, and I've got half of the stuff out, so I'm just going to pull the other half out as well, and I'm just going to give it a wipe down. I think sometimes it's easy just to stay on top of little things like that while you're doing it. So yeah, we're going to pull everything out of this cupboard, give it a quick wipe, and then reorganize it, put it all back in so everything's back in its right spot. So it's pretty much everything out of the top shelf, and I've just got a little bit of water in here. Go around and just use the same water for everything. This is my cleaning rag as opposed to my dishes rag, and these are all compostable, so, and they're different colors, which is really awesome, so you can quickly see which one's which and not get them muddled up. But also, once they start to fall apart, they can just be composted, so pretty good. And I can't remember where we got those from. You can get them at the supermarket, Bunnings, a bunch of different places. Just have a look around for them. Even like dollar store, I think, has them. All right, I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so just going to give this a quick wipe out and then put everything back away. So this is the spray that I'm just using at the moment. I like this one because it smells really nice, coconut and lime. It is supposed to be 100% recycled and recyclable bottle, and it's all biodegradable and stuff like that, but mostly I just like it because it smells nice and it works. So I do like to get in here and give this a bit of a clean. It's because the bins in here, sometimes this door can get a little bit messy as well, and stay on top of that and give that a bit of a clean. Get the food off. So the bin and the toilet are the two things that I don't really want to use my reusable wipes on. So I do have just a packet of antibacterial wipes, and that's what I'm going to use to give the bins a bit of a clean out. We've got two, so we've got the one in the kitchen, I've got one in the bathroom as well, and I'll use this for the toilets as well, just because I just think it's more hygienic if we do it this way. So I'm just going to give this a quick wipe down, and I'll sit this out in the sun to dry, and then it'll be good to go again. Alright, so this is our little bin area that I've just cleaned up. What I was going to just quickly tell you guys is recycling. So we obviously have the bin and the soft plastics, which you've seen already. I've got a little collection of batteries to go to Aldi, a little collection of plastic bread clips to get sent into like the bread tags or somewhere where they can get recycled. Maybe they're turned into art or whatever. And this is my little collection of aluminium tinfoil, which I'm rolling up into a ball about the size of an orange, and then that can just go into the recycling. For our everyday recycling, which we don't have here at the moment, so things like paper, plastic, tins, we've got a bin bag on the back of our Caravan, which I'll show you guys in a sec. And we just take all of our recycling straight out. So that goes out into the bin bag, and when we stop past our recycling bin, we can just empty it straight from the bin bag because it's outside, it's ready to go. And then these little bits and pieces here, we collect them up until we know we're going somewhere where they can be recycled, and then we take them with us and we try to do the best that we can. It's not always perfect. There are some places where we don't have access to recycling or the different types of recycling, so batteries, soft plastics, those sorts of things can be a bit tricky sometimes, but we do the best that we can, and when we can't, well, that's when we come up with other options and deal with it. But so far we've been doing pretty good on the whole, and that's pretty much all you can do. Next up, I'm going to get into the hot plates. So this is our bench space, which also houses our hot plates under the bench. Usually give these a wipe down after dinner. I didn't do it last night because I'm going to get in here and give it a good clean today. Give it a good scrub down. I've also got these, which I really like. We just picked these up from Bunnings, and I like them because they all have different tags on them for different uses. So I've got some in the bathroom, glass cleaner. This is a stainless steel one. So after I've given this a good clean, I'm going to give it a polish as well, and it'll come up a treat. Next up, I'm going to run around and hit all of the cupboards. They just end up being a little bit dusty, so I'm going to wipe all the cupboards down around the Caravan. I don't know if this is going to show up or not, but they just end up getting dusty like they would at home. All right, this one here, this cupboard is the one that's above our range hood, and it tends to get a little bit greasy, as this is obviously where we cook. I'm going to give this a good clean, particularly this cupboard, because it ends up being a little bit greasy, and the old Ajax Eco Spray isn't cutting it. So I'm going to hit it with some good old-fashioned Gumption and just get that grease off. So this is sort of just like I don't know if you haven't used it before, it's like a Ajax type thing. Really good, heaps of different uses for it. Just want a wet cloth, just rub it in there a little bit, turns it into a bit of a paste. Give it a good scrub and then wipe it off with a clean damp cloth. Then I just like to come along with this is my kitchen polishing rag, and I just give everything a bit of a wipe down, and then you get nice streak-free cupboards that are all nice and clean and not sticky again. This is our dish drying rack. I initially was going to replace this with something that looked a lot prettier, but this thing here it's so good that we're just going to stick with it, even though it's really ugly. So I'm going to give this a clean out today. So normally we just put the dishes in here to drip dry. This is one of those little absorbent mats that just sits underneath this. I'm going to chuck this in the washing machine today and give that a good wash out. Normally what we do is just hang it out and let it dry, but it's going to go through the machine today, and I'm going to give this a bit of a disinfectant scrub in the sink here. And the other good thing about this, these are collapsible. You can just pick them up from like Aldi and stuff like that. You can actually use it to wash your dishes if you want. We don't. We use it as a drying rack, so it's got all of the little I don't know, holdy bits in there. It does come with a plug, so if you want to use it as a sink you can. But the thing that we like about this is that it actually fits and sits in our sink. So when we travel and the days that we move, we'll get up, have breakfast, we'll wash up, put our clean washed dishes in here, and then it'll travel like this. They won't move around, and then when we get to the next place, they will have drip dried. We can just pull them out, give them a little bit of a dry with tea towel. We don't have to stress about washing and drying the dishes before we go. We can just wash them, pop them in here. That fits perfectly in our sink, and we're good to go. But today I'm going to give it a clean. So all I've done is give it a spray with our spray and wipe kitchen spray. Just going to let that sit for a little bit and soak in, and then I'm going to actually pull the plug out. I'm going to get it in the sink. I'm going to run some hot water through it and give it just a little bit of a wipe down and keep it nice and clean. So you guys have all heard of detergent sheets. Yeah, these are like clothes washing, laundry detergent, but it's not liquid and it's not powder. They are sheets. So I've just opened this one up so you can see a little bit better. So no spills, no mess, no measuring. Pretty cool, right? It's all the rage at the moment. Did you know that there are now dishwashing detergent sheets as well, which is pretty cool? So these were sent out to us from Lucent Globe to try. This is a little Australian company based up in Queensland. Two brothers actually started this, and it's all eco-friendly. It's, you know, you can have a bit of a look at the packaging here. So for us, things that we're looking at are things that are grey water and septic safe. Where we can, we do let our grey water run onto the ground so that, you know, we're watering areas as we go, if we're allowed to do that. Some places we're not, we have to catch our grey water, and in those cases we want to make sure it's safe for our grey water tank. So either way, grey water safe and biodegradable, environmentally friendly is something that we're looking for. It's also pretty cool. These are not tested on animals and they're using all natural ingredients. But anyways, that aside, have a look into the company if you're interested to find out a little bit more about these guys. We thought this was pretty cool. I'm just going to open this one up so you can see this one a bit better as well. So there we go. So these are dishwashing sheets, pre-measured. You just chuck them in to your sink or your dishwasher. We obviously don't have a dishwasher in the caravan. That would be pretty cool if we did, but we don't. So they're pre-measured, ready to go in. The thing that I like about this is you don't have to worry about spills. It's also, they're really light and they don't take up a lot of room, which is pretty good. They are $30 a packet, which I know on the outset perhaps sounds maybe a little bit expensive, but there are 40 sheets in each one of these packets. And I know compared to some of the other brands, that's more sheets for your $30. They are also, when they say a sheet, they're all perforated. So in this case, it's 40 sheets. It's recommended at 80 washes. So one sheet is perforated, so it's actually 2 strips. What we've found though, washing in the sink here in the caravan, is that we only need 1/4 of a sheet. So this box of 40 sheets actually gives us 160 washes. When you break that down, that then becomes 18 cents a wash for us. At a half sheet, it's 37 cents a wash. So yeah, you can compare that to what you're using at home. And I mean, not everything's made equally, but when you consider, I like the fact that they're pre-measured. We don't have to worry about spills in the caravan. And they are, of course, environmentally friendly, grey water safe. They're all like natural ingredients. I don't know, pretty cool. Laundry sheets, I've been really happy with these. So again, there's 40 sheets in a box, and what they're saying is 80 loads. I do think that that's sort of directed more at people who are in caravans, because what they're saying is one strip is half of one of these sheets, and that's what you would use in a small washing machine, which is what we have. Our washing machine is 2.6 or 2.8 kilos, so it's a little itty bitty baby washing machine. And I'm finding half a sheet or one strip is doing a really good job in the machine. You could probably even go and halve that again. When I'm doing off-grid washing in my cool little scrubber bag, I would use 1/4 of one of these sheets. So these, again, this is pretty cool. This is a way to wash your clothes when you don't have power or you just want to use a minimum amount of water. And basically you chuck your clothes in, you fill it with water. It's got some groovy little agitator things down the bottom, and you just rub it. So what we do is we fill this up. We put this in our shower when we move, and then just the movement of the van agitates the water and the clothes that are in there. When we pull up at the next place, we just pour the water out, wring out the clothes, and they're ready to be hung out. Price wise, you're looking at, again, it's exactly the same as these because there's 40 sheets in a box, and they're $30 each. So if you're looking at a half sheet or a strip, 37 cents a wash. If you're looking at using a 1/4, it's going to be 18 cents a wash, which isn't too bad. Plus, you know, you've got the convenience of having sheets instead of powder that can end up all over the place, or liquid, which makes a horrible mess if it happens to fall out of the cupboard. I mean, if you don't have one of these Australia maps from Adventure Oates on your fridge, are you even really traveling Australia? Like, let's be honest. All right, so the lounge, I'm just going to hit with a damp cloth, and I'm just going to try and get into these sort of nooks and crannies and knock out any crumbs and dust and stuff that gets stuck in the lounge. So basically just giving it a wipe, and I'm just going to stuck in those bits, but mainly it's this bottom cushion that's got this stitching in it, and I'm just going to get in there and give that a wipe. You can pull these out as well to give them a good clean, but today I'm just going to give them a quick wipe over. Alright, so we're going to hit the bathroom next. Same deal in here, using the spray. I've got the Gumption as well. I do have the disinfectant wipes and some paper towel to clean the toilet, but other than that, it's pretty much the same deal. I've got these jiggers in here, which were from that same pack from Bunnings. So this is a glass cleaner. I will use that on the mirror and the shower door here as well. And my blue one is just, I use that to dry and polish sort of as I go. So spray everything down, give it a good clean, pretty much the same deal. Oh. Give the shower a bit of a scrub. So usually what I try to do after I've had a shower is this just detaches, and I'll just wash, give the walls a rinse down, but today we're going to give them a spray and give it a clean and clean the rest of the bathroom. So if you've ever been in here, which I need to empty as well, same deal. Toilet brush down the back to clean the toilet, and I'll pull down all the towels and give those a wash while we're at it. So where caravan life gets a little bit different to normal life is you do have to empty the toilet. This is not some sort of magical device that gets rid of all of your ones and twos. No, they get caught down here in a little holding tank. There's access from outside and you need to empty it. You also need to add something to help with that process. Otherwise it is super gross, even more gross than what you are already thinking that it is. We've got two products that we've tried. I started with the Bio Pack. These are biodegradable, super, you know, environmentally friendly and stuff like that. And I've got to be honest, they don't work as well as the good old Thetford Aqua Blue. This is pretty good at getting rid of the smells that obviously you get with a toilet canister. Pretty good at breaking down the waste and the toilet paper that goes into the toilet, and makes emptying the toilet canister a lot more I'm not going to say pleasant, because it's really not, but it's more manageable with this one. This is good when you're in a situation where really all that's going in the toilet is going to be a little bit of ones and some water. Maybe the LiQWYDs are going in here, and not anything else. So we use the bio packs when we're in situations where it's just number ones are going in here and number twos are happening somewhere else. Maybe there's a toilet at where we're staying that we can utilize, and we pull out this bad boy for when we're using the toilet for everything. That's probably a little bit more information than what you guys want to know, but it is something that we need to do whenever we clean the toilet. Empty the canister, we've got to chuck something in there, so it's going to be one of these two. These are good because they are little sachet things. They're pre-measured. You don't have to worry about this one is a liquid that you do need to measure out, but there you go. Joys of caravan life. The other thing that we have that we kept up in the cupboard with all these bits and pieces, this is the grey water tank cleaning tablets. Same deal, it's one tablet in a packet, and you just drop it in the drain, run a bit of water over it. It goes down into your grey water tank and helps to keep the stuff down there moving and rinsing out. So it helps to break down the detergents and food and toothpaste and all of that sort of stuff that ends up in your grey water tanks, and just helps keep that clean and keep moving everything along. So when we do a big clean, we're going to chuck one of these in the shower and send that down into the grey water tank. It'll slosh around in there and we'll empty it into a dump point when we get to the next place. All this stuff just lives in the cupboard above the toilet. All of the Thetford stuff is available at like BCF and places like that, caravan places. So is this one here. The grey water tank I had to order online. There's a couple of different places that stock that. So that's called Elemonate, as in lemon, Elemonate. Shop around, get a good deal. I had somebody who had cheap shipping, so I went with them. I can't remember who it was. But the rest of the stuff you can just get at BCF. And yeah, that's pretty much all the toilet stuff. Alright, so this little jigger here is just from Bunnings. This is the Fusion-Loc. We've got a few of these dotted around. This is the bathroom one. I'm going to give this a bit of a clean out. This is what we keep our toothbrush and toothpaste in. Amazingly, as you travel along, these things don't move. So we've got a couple of hooks. That is what we hang our towels off. We leave these up here when we travel and they don't go anywhere. The hooks don't fall off, the towels don't fall off. They're pretty amazing. They're not cheap, but they're definitely worth it. And these guys are from Bunnings. Alright, last job is we're going to clean all of our cleaning stuff. I'm going to use my laundry sheets again. These little biodegradable ones can go through the machine, but I feel like this guy's had a hard day today and it's probably his last day, so he's going to go into the bin. But the rest of this stuff, get this in the machine and get it on. Last wash for today. Alright, so the other great thing about these that I quite like is they really don't take up a lot of room. So they just poke down there next to our little washing machine and they're out of the way. Last job is to do the floors, and we've just got this nifty little broom mop from Kmart. The top has two sections, so it's got like a mop and if I kneel down. So one's good for mopping, one's good for sweeping. Just flop it over. And it's a little squirty bottle, so as you go, we can give it a little squirt. Hopefully you guys can sort of see that. And mop. And that's pretty much how we do the floors. Also, I just want to point out that I did sweep first. So we've swept first, now I'm just going over and giving it a quick mop. Alright you guys, and that's pretty much it. I think we've done all the jobs that we're going to do here today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different, but a bit of insight into what it's like when we're cleaning the caravan. And it sounds like my towels are nearly finished. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time here with me today. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, if you could please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. It lets me know the kind of content you guys are enjoying and what you would like to see more of. And if you would like to see more videos like this, then I do hope you consider hitting that little subscribe button down below. It is the best way to be notified when my new videos come out, and it's a super easy way to help support my channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I do hope to catch up with you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, my friends. Bye.